Welcome back to another Seattle Seahawks franchise. Finally, after all the wait for this episode to finally be released, we finally have it. I've said finally about 3 times, but I cannot tell you guys or express enough how hard it was to get this Madden 16 franchise episode out. This was one of the toughest franchise videos ever to edit and just everything, guys. So I'm so glad that I have it out there for you. I'm really excited to do this commentary. I finally can commentate after fixing this episode. Hopefully everything works smoothly, as it was very laggy trying to edit it, so hopefully it is different while I am recording it. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in to another video. The Seahawks come into this game 7-0. Russell Wilson is having a tremendous season. The Dallas Cowboys will come into this one at a 5-1 record, as this could be easily the NFC Championship game. A 3rd and 3 now on our own 32, heading out to Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn Lynch is going to make a little bit of a juke and pick up the first down. We move to our own 38. 2nd and 9 on our own 39. We're going to run it, but we're going to read option it. It almost went to Marshawn Lynch, but we saw that it was going, defender was going after him, so we instead take it with Wilson. A 3rd and 5. Curse the man in motion on our own 43. Wilson drops back to pass, throwing to his right, finding Jimmy Graham. Jimmy Graham has been such a huge target for the Seahawks this season. As we look at his stats at the bottom, 54 receptions out of his 55 reception goal. 2nd and 10, we're on there, 39. Wilson drops back to pass with the play action, lobbing it into the air to Jermaine Kearse. Jermaine Kearse is already going into the end zone for the touchdown. The Seahawks will get on the board first. In this one, on our first possession, we end up scoring a touchdown, a pretty decent drive overall. And that is Russell Wilson's 17th touchdown pass of the season, as he has 17 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, with about a 67% of completion so far this season. With that being said, the Dallas Cowboys will come onto the field trying to do something against us, as they have been having a good season so far at a perfect, well, not really perfect, but it is 5-1 record. It'll definitely do, as both teams will be fighting for that number 1 spot in the NFC and home field advantage. Just one's lobbed into the air. The first play from the Dallas Cowboys is a great reception by Dez Bryant. 2nd and 10 on their own 44. The Dallas Cowboys are looking to do something on this drive. Hopefully retaliate with a touchdown of their own. This one's going to be a halfback screen throw to Randall. Randall is going to pick up a good amount of yardage on this one, as it was a very well designed play. It definitely tricked us on defense, as they would pick up a first down and move to our 32, as their drive is starting off pretty well for their first one. They're on our 32 now. Romo getting ready to hike the ball here with 6:28 remaining in the first quarter. Romo getting ready, going to run the play action. Romo drops back to pass. He's looking around. He's going to find Jason Witten over the middle for a first down, and they would move to our 14. A 1st and 10 now. 5:48 remains in the first quarter. Romo trying to jump us off sides. He's going to run another play action. Wagner's going to pick up the sack. And I'm not sure if you guys are seeing this, on my screen it is very laggy when I am commentating this, so I really don't know what to say about that. It is very, very laggy, so hopefully it's not off-kiltered. But regardless, it's a 3rd and 20 now. They move to our 24. Romo dropping back to pass, having plenty of time. He is finally going to be sacked by Brandon Mebane, who would pick up the sack, as Dallas would settle for a field goal. 1st and 10 now on our own 25. Wilson changing up the play at the line of scrimmage. He's going to be running the read option. He's going to go ahead and let Marshawn Lynch take the ball to about a first down. They would move to the 35. It's a 2nd and inches now on our own 35. 3:20 remains in the first quarter. Marshawn Lynch is going to take it himself and run it up the middle and pick up a good amount of yardage. It's a 1st and 10 now on our own 46. 2:51 remains in the first quarter. Wilson drops back to pass. He's looking around, looking to his right, looking to his left. He's finding Jermaine Kearse over to the left side. He moves to the 30. He's going to get a juke. He's trying to get it through a few more defenders. He picks up maybe 3 extra yards going through those defenders, but it's now a 2nd and 19 after a sack, and a penalty was called on the play. We went to their 36, or we're at their 36 now, but we're going to go back again to the 43. 3rd and 25 now. We're on their 43. Wilson drops back to pass. He's looking around, throwing to the right, finding Jimmy Graham. Jimmy Graham is going to be open, and we are not going to pick up the first down, but we do get into field goal range. We would settle for a field goal. The flag was on us, but they ended up declining it, which I was kind of shocked about because we were in field goal range. It's a 1st and 10 now, heading up to Randall. Randall's running to the right side. Randall sees a bunch of wide open space. No Seattle Seahawks defender can get to him yet, and I don't think any Seattle Seahawks defender is going to be able to run him down. Can Jeremy Lane do it? He does. Somehow, Randall does not get into the end zone, which I indeed thought he did, that's for sure. We move to a 1st and goal. They are on our 1. Romo getting ready to hike the ball. Bryant, the man in motion. Romo drops back to pass. He's looking around. He's finding Dez Bryant over the middle. He runs a nice route to pick up the touchdown, as all of a sudden, this game is going to be a tied up 1. As we look at the score now, it's going to be a 10-10 game. It was a good route by Dez Bryant picking up the touchdown. The Seahawks have to be a little bit stronger on defense, allowing two scores on the first 2 possessions. Both defenses have allowed 2 scores. And now we're throwing to the right side, finding Luke Wilson. He is going to go to the 20, the 10. Can he get through one more defender? He jumps and leaps, tries to get into the end zone. We move to their 4-yard line. He almost gets there, but we do not get into the end zone, but we are very close. Gives us a good chance. Now we're on their 12, 3rd and goal. Wilson drops back to pass. He's looking around. He's going to roll out to his right. He's trying to find somebody open. He's going to take it himself. He sees a lane. Is it all of a sudden the defender, the cornerback, decided to follow Jermaine Kearse, which was a good idea, but Russell Wilson took advantage of it and decided to take the ball himself and go into the end zone for the touchdown. And the Seattle Seahawks will get on the board once more. And it's been 3 straight scores for the Seahawks. A touchdown, a field goal, and now another touchdown. Both defenses have not yet once had a possession ending in no points. Let's see if the Seahawks can do it here on their next one. On their own 23, 2nd and 12. Romo drops back to pass. He's looking around, throwing to the left. He's going to almost be intercepted by Jeremy Lane. Jeremy Lane cannot come down with that one. A 3rd and 12 now on their own 23. Romo drops back to pass. He's looking around. He still has plenty of time. One of the best offensive lines in the NFL, that's for sure. He had plenty of time to throw that one, but there is nobody open. It would be a 3 and out, the first one of the game, that's for sure. 2nd and 5 on our own 43. Wilson drops back to pass. We're going to run the halfback screen. He's going to find Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn Lynch is going to do a nice little juke move to give him extra yardage. If he does not fall down there, we more than likely will get into the end zone on that one. We're on their 35 now. 7:15 remains in the first half. A 2nd and 6. Wilson drops back to pass. He's throwing to the right once more, finding Marshawn Lynch. Can Marshawn Lynch pick up the first down? Yes, he will. It's now 1st and 10 on their 28. Wilson drops back to pass. He's looking around. He's going to be sacked. Our offensive line is definitely nowhere near as good as Dallas's offensive line. 2nd and 18 now. We're on their 36. Wilson drops back to pass. He's looking around, rolling out to the left, rolling out to the right. It's fumbled. Can the lineman get it? He cannot get it. He could not get the fumble. If he gets that fumble, it's gone. That's easily 6 points. A huge missed opportunity for the Dallas Cowboys. We would settle for 3 points, I believe. So we have scored on all 4 possessions. That's been good for us. We would have definitely liked to end that one in a touchdown, but we do get points regardless. Let's see if our defense can back us up. A 2nd and 20 now on their own 16. Dallas Cowboys. Romo trying to get us to jump off sides. Wagner is going to come off the line and try to sack Romo, but he cannot do so successfully. Dez Bryant would be the one getting the reception. It's a 3rd and 6 on their own 29 now. Romo drops back to pass. He's looking around, trying to find somebody open. Wagner playing good coverage. It's going to be over the middle for Dez Bryant. It looks like Cam Chancellor just kind of stopped covering Dez Bryant, which allowed that pass opportunity to be open. 3rd and 6 now on their own 29. Romo hiking the ball, dropping back to pass. He's looking around. He does not see anybody open, and this play is repeated. I would like to figure that one out. Sorry about that, guys, but the play is repeated. Once again, sorry about that. Anyways, a 2nd and 10 now. They're on our 42. Romo getting ready to hike another one and try and get them into the end zone before the end of the first half. Romo dropping back to pass. He's throwing it to the left side. It's over to the left. Can Kerry Williams intercept it? Somehow Kerry Williams gets behind the receiver instead of in front of Dez Bryant, which would end in a reception rather than a pick. So it's a 1st and 10 now. They're on our 19. At the 2-minute warning, Romo drops back to pass. He's throwing to the left, finding Jason Witten. Jason Witten does not get tackled by Thomas. Chancellor hits him, but Jason Witten was already going into the end zone. The momentum shift made him get into the end zone for the touchdown, and the Dallas Cowboys will pick up the touchdown, and they will make this a closer game before the end of the first half, and they will receive the ball in the second half. So they are definitely in a good position if they want to make the comeback. But we do still get the ball, so who knows what can happen on our drive. We are at 1st and 10 on our own 30, the first play of this drive. Wilson drops back to pass. He's looking around. He's going to roll a little bit out to his right. He is going to take it himself. Wilson is going to take it himself and find it to the 40. He might have got past those 2 defenders, but we wanted to be safe. Do not want to risk injury to our majorly paid quarterback, that's for sure. So that would do it for the first half. The Seahawks have looked good on some points. They've had great offensive drives to start out. 4 out of the 5 ended in scores. Obviously, the most recent one to end the half didn't end in a score, but Dallas is obviously doing a good job on the offense as well. Both offenses have been very good. Defense need to step it up. 3 out of the 5 possessions for Dallas have been scores. So it's 20-17 to start off the second half. It's going to be fumbled, and once again, the team that fumbles the ball will end up getting the ball back. A 3rd and 5 now. They're on our 42. Romo drops back to pass. He's looking around. He's going to find Jason Witten. He has had so much time in this game ever since I started playing linebacker. It seems like the defensive line can get 0 sacks. A 1st and 10 now on our 31. Romo drops back to pass. He's going to be sacked by a mix of 3 players. Now it's a 2nd and 18. They're on our 39. 8:28 remains in the third quarter. It's going to be thrown over to the left. 89 will be the one getting the reception. I did not see his name. So it is now a 3rd and 4. They're on our 25. Romo dropping back to pass. He's going to find Williams over the middle, and he's going to pick up the first down. As the Dallas Cowboys are in good position to score another touchdown to start out this second half. It's a 1st and 10. They're on our 18. Romo dropping back to pass. Plenty of time. Finally intercepted by Bobby Wagner. A terrible decision by Tony Romo, but a great decision by Bobby Wagner to stay on the route. Yes, that was me, so I felt happy about that one. But regardless, we do get the ball. There was no replay on that one for some odd reason. So I'm sorry for no replay. 1st and 10 now on our own 37. Wilson drops back to pass. He's looking around. He's going to throw it to his left. He's going to find Jimmy Graham. Jimmy Graham is going to pick up a good amount of yardage on this one. It's going to add to his season total, which would move him to a good amount of yardage. That's for sure. He's getting closer and closer to 1,000. We would settle for 3. So on their own 31, the Cowboys coming out now, handing off to Randall. Randall is going to go to the left side and pick up not a first down, but he does pick up 7 yards. 2nd and 3 now on their own 38. Romo trying to get offsides once more. A play action. Romo throwing to the left. Almost tipped by Cam Chancellor as he was hit hard. Jason Witten was hit hard and the ball would become loose and it'd be an incomplete pass. A 3rd and 3 now. Handing out to Dunbar this time. And they would move to the 41, which would pick up a first down. 2nd and 11. New set of downs. Romo dropping back to pass. He's throwing to his left, finding Jason Witten, who gets hit hard by Jeremy Lane. A good hit by Jeremy Lane. Would love to see him back on the playing field in real life, as he's out on the physically unable to perform list for about 6 weeks at least. So a 3rd and 7 would end in a first down being picked up. That would do it for the third quarter. So far, it's been a pretty good game. Both teams are definitely in it. And Dallas has the football. They can easily take the lead with a touchdown here on this drive as they move to our 27 after a good pickup of yardage by Beasley, if I'm not mistaken. A 1st and 10 now. They're on our 27. Romo dropping back to pass. He's looking around. He's going to find Beasley over to the right side of the field. Pick it up a first down and 16 yards. A 1st and 10 on our 11. Romo changes play at the line of scrimmage. He drops back to pass. He's lobbing it into the air. It's going to be caught, but it's going to be knocked out by Cam Chancellor. Good job by Cam. It's a 3rd and 7 now. They're on our 11. Romo drops back to pass. He's looking around. He's going to throw it to the left. Kerry Williams got in my way. Williams would be the one getting the touchdown reception, but Kerry Williams got in my way. I was trying to control KJ Wright to go over there and try and stop this pass from being caught, but it could not be done so successfully, that's for sure, as they ended up getting the touchdown. It's a 1st and 10 now on our own 16, lobbing it into the air. Terrible pass thrown by Russell Wilson. I believe that is Orlando Scandrick, if I'm not mistaken. He would pick up the interception. Once again, there was no replay as they would move to our 15 now. Great field position. Can they take care of the football? And Randall's getting off one defender. Here he goes all the way almost into the end zone. He runs out of bounds. He's having a good game so far. Now on our 2-yard line. Romo getting ready to hike the ball. He's going to throw it, lob it into the air to Jason Witten, who would be getting the touchdown reception in front of Bobby Wagner. Bobby Wagner, no, he made a mistake, but he's definitely going to give Jason Witten some props on that one, getting open and being able to get the receiving touchdown, as the Seahawks would fall behind even more, as this will be a one possession game still, but we have to get a 2-point conversion if we want to tie it up. 23-31 on our own 26. Wilson drops back to pass, finds Jermaine Kearse over the middle. It would pick up a first down. Now on our own 43, we're going to run a halfback screen. Wilson throwing it to the right, finding Marshawn Lynch for the halfback screen. Marshawn Lynch is going downfield. If Swedes can make that block, it may as well have been maybe at least 10-15 yards extra picked up around there, maybe even a touchdown if we could have got off one defender or more. It's now a 2nd and 7. We're on their 11. Wilson drops back to pass. He's finding Ricardo Lockett over the middle for the touchdown. The Seahawks will get into the end zone. They strike back with another touchdown of their own. As easily, this game can be tied up if we can get the 2-point conversion. Can we do so successfully? We'll definitely find out in just a moment. Great route by Ricardo Lockett. We're going to do a fullback dive. Fullback dive does not work successfully because we cannot find any holes to push the ball in. And now Dallas will get the ball on a 3rd and 5 on their own 24. Romo dropping back to pass. He's going to find Jason Witten for, an 11-yard gain. Sorry, I yawned. Half yawn there. On their own 38 now. 3rd and 7. 5:20 remains in the 4th quarter. And in this game, Romo finding Dunbar. Dunbar is going to pick up the reception. And it would not result in much more. We would get the punt. It would be a 2nd and 4 on our own 4. Wilson drops back pass. It's going to be thrown to Chris Matthews. Chris Matthews would pick up the reception and a first down. So we would love to drive down the field, hopefully get in field goal position to end this game. Wilson going to find Jimmy Graham on the run, definitely. He will find he will find the first down. It's a 2nd and 5 now on our own 43. We decide not to let this one run down because we were just too afraid if we didn't have enough time to get down the field. It's going to be thrown to Ricardo Lockett. Ricardo Lockett is going to pick up a first down. He holds on to this one. 2nd and 9 now. We're on their 46. Wilson getting ready to hike the ball. He drops back to pass. He's looking around. He's going to throw to his left on his back foot, somehow able to get the throw off and do it so successfully. Jimmy Graham is just not going down. He is going to pick up the first down. A major play by Jimmy Graham. We move to their 36 now, a 1st and 10. A minute 10 remains. We're in field goal range. We're just going to run down this clock in a few moments, that's for sure. If we can get in better position, which we will on this play. We move to their 25, and now Dallas is using their timeouts. It's time for us to start running that football with Marshawn Lynch. And Marshawn Lynch is going to get a bunch of yardage. He tries to stop and make the safety overcommit, but it doesn't work so successfully. It's a 1st and goal. We're on their 7, throwing to Luke Wilson. Luke Wilson will get the reception, and the Cowboys will call another timeout. And we would kneel the ball down. 4 seconds remain, and this one is going to be a huge victory on the road. And Dallas Cowboys Stadium, a huge win on the road. Dallas will pick up their 2nd loss of the season, going to 5-2. The Seahawks will move to 8-0 with a bye week coming up. And the Seahawks had a huge victory here on their road, coming back from a deficit by a possession. And we would win this one, moving to 8-0. We definitely have the talks of a perfect season as we are halfway through it, but there still are plenty of teams that are tough to face, as the Baltimore Ravens will definitely be a tough team. The Niners, Cardinals, and Rams are still on our schedule. I hope you enjoyed this episode. It took a lot of time. I wish you would take the time to like this video because this took so much time to make this video, at least 6-7 hours. Usually it takes about 3, but this one took a lot more time. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave me a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.